Good afternoon.
Yes, welcome to the celebrated afternoon.
Yes, the celebrated afternoon news of Calaveras County. We're taping this one a touch early today.
That's right.
Because we just finished up with shooting with Congressman Lundgren, correct?
Yes, out there at West Point, which we'll tell you about a little bit more in the show later on.
But the reason... go ahead.
Right. We have no sponsors tonight, exactly. Today, we are actually in front of the smallest post office in the United States.
In the U.S., I think. And this is why we're doing this early, because we had the opportunity to... We'll step aside. See, this is the smallest post office in the U.S. And it just recently got brought back here to its home.
In Mountain Ranch.
Because it was in Lodi, wasn't it?
It was.
Down there at Chicken Ranch.
Exactly. At
Pollardville.
Pollardville. Wow, you're a wealth of information today, I tell you. A wealth of information.
Misinformation, I don't know which.
Possibly we'll find out, won't we? But we're here in Mountain Ranch, and it's beautiful.
It is.
It's a beautiful day.
It is.
And actually, Mountain Ranch is a cute little town.
It is. The building that's adjacent across the street really pretty.
It's a
beautiful really
building.
Pretty old building. And I guess it's all going to run down the weekend, and Sarah's going to do Board of Soups, and I guess we'll just start at it, huh?
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
Busy weekend.
This weekend was really busy. Some of the stuff we have up on the site. The first is the Arnold Independence Parade, which we have up. We have almost 300 photos up.
Wow.
No, actually, there's 225.
Yeah, and you put them all in yourself, didn't you?
Pretty much.
225 of them, exactly. That's how we get the exact number.
And we have a highlight video, which is kind of fun, which we did with a handheld stuff, where we followed the slide. We actually followed the floats, and we actually did a low and the long people were waiting for the parade and stuff. That one's kind of fun to watch.
And the crowd was really big.
Yeah.
It was a huge crowd.
This is the granddaddy of Calaveras parades.
It is.
Irish Days is sneaking up there on it, but still I think Arnold's is the...
It's longer because it goes from Upper Moran Road down to Senior Center, and it used to go from Upper Moran Road to Big Trees.
Yeah, but I think they were wearing out all the kids.
That's right. The little guys have to walk.
Oh, no!
Exactly.
But also I think you can tell from the crowd that it's the people who, they make it an annual event. If they have a second home or something up there, they come up and line the streets and...
it's kind of fun, actually. It feels like a real old-fashioned hometown celebration.
It really is, and I think I was standing in front of the judges' table, and I was talking to them, and they were looking left and right. Everybody was dressed in their red, white, and blue everything. And everybody was kind of getting a little bit misty because it's that slice of Americana that it was...
you don't see it very often.
No, and it was really corny, but it works.
Yes,
it really does.
And was Supervisor Calloway there with her red, white, and blue?
Yes, she was.
Yes, she always shows up.
And last year, the interesting thing is last year is when she broke her hand.
Oh, that's right.
So last year she sent... Supervisor Claudina was her proxy.
Oh, okay. So everybody was glad she was back, right?
Yeah,
with her little red, white, and blue.
She actually emceed one of the stations because they had 4 MCs.
She did that a couple years ago too. Yes.
So also this weekend, which we haven't posted the stuff for, but we have a ton of photos and video of the Ironstone Independence.
Yes, and it was a big celebration there.
They put on a show. They really do, because it's one of those things where Ironstones is such a nice venue. Yeah. But you forget how many people that place can absorb.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Because there's the main section in front of the stage, but then there's all these other sections that had all the family stuff and the bouncy houses and the clowns, and it was.
So everybody who watched the parade went down there later on to watch the fireworks.
Different crowd.
Oh, was it a different crowd?
It seemed to be a little bit of a different crowd. It was, maybe I'm sure there was some overlap.
What do I know?
No, I'm sure there was some overlap. Sorry, but it was just. But from looking at both crowds,
there was just a little different.
Yeah, there was.
And sometimes there's a different draw for different events.
But don't you think the Ironstone one now, since it's kind of the default fireworks in the area, that it has a huge pull from Tuolumne County?
Yes, it does.
I mean, it does.
And a lot of people come up from the valley for it as well.
Yeah.
And then there was the chapel in the Pines, Independence Day
I went by there.
I drove by there and it was
They
packed.
had the biggest bouncy house, or not bouncy house, but one of those inflatable slide things that I've ever seen. The thing had to be like 3 stories tall. It was huge.
And they had a good crowd too, which was kind of nice. And they had their little fireworks that they did, and so it was a family weekend. Little July 4th family weekend, and hopefully you tried one of Jenny Baxter's recipes that's on the site. And if you didn't, they're still on the site, so you can get them for the real July 4th on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Exactly. Time to do your shopping and get those recipes made.
Now, I understand, Sarah, you were in Vegas, weren't you?
I was in Laughlin, Nevada, okay? Laughlin, Nevada.
So what happened in Vegas stayed in Vegas? Is that
I just drove through Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Nothing happened in Vegas, and it doesn't have to stay there because nothing happened. Nothing happened, exactly.
But you did say you guys drove back? What was it like?
We drove back. I ended up driving 14 hours back yesterday.
Wow.
Yes, it was, you take the 395 route because you think it's going to be very attractive and beautiful and pretty, and it is all those things. And it's also...
And so much more.
Yes. By the time you're driving up Ebbets Pass, you're 12 hours into it, So it was an interesting drive, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's gorgeous. If you've never been back to 395, go over Ebbets.
The scenic byway.
Yes, the scenic byway. Go over Ebbets Pass. It's beautiful on the pass, and then on the other side, it's just picturesque. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing we stopped by that we didn't talk about was the fundraiser barbecue for Ebbets Pass Fire. It was very well attended. When we were by there, there was a 45-minute wait in line just to get, which is a good thing for them.
They serve a good meal, too.
Yeah, which is a good thing for
our local
fundraising.
Fire. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Anything else this weekend?
Not that I can remember, but I'm sure that...
I'm sure there will be something.
I'm sure there's going to be something that we'll be saying tomorrow night. And we missed this.
And we missed this. I mean, it's probably going to be one of the most... Let's see.
Yes.
We had Ironstone. We had the parade. We have... Also there was a softball tournament at Capello Park.
Oh, was there?
Yes, there was a girls 16 and under softball tournament at Capello Park. We stopped by there and get some footage. We got some footage, and it was kind of fun stuff. Those... for all of you that think that girls softball is just that slow pitch, lob them in, anything but. They take this seriously.
They do. And generally they're very, very good at what they do.
Yeah. I mean,
yes.
I couldn't play them.
No.
I would lose. Of course I couldn't play them.
I couldn't play.
Anyway,
no.
So what's up at Board of Soups?
Board of Soups is actually pretty sparse.
Pretty sparse?
Yeah, and I feel myself saying this like...
Does it have a couple sleeper agendas?
It has... Well, it doesn't have anything really sleeperish about it, but they're going to talk about the authorization and disbursement of the Title III funds for their timber funds, actually. So they're going to talk about that. And...
bad joke.
Yes, except you didn't fall over, so...
That's true.
And also they'll talk about authorizing the appointment of Sergeant David Sewell to represent the Sheriff's Office on the Emergency Medical Oversight Committee.
Oh, great.
Which will be...
He'll do a good job on that.
Yes, he will. Also, and this is actually a very cool thing, this comes out every year, the Calaveras County Mental Health Board gives its annual report to the Board of Supervisors.
I'm unfit.
And yes, they
oh, it wasn't on me?
They talk about behavioral health in the county and how it can be improved, what improvements have been made, and obviously since Department Head Rita Downs of Behavioral Health has been the department head, some amazing improvements have been made to the department, which is just a fabulous thing. And basically that is all they are going to talk about.
Now it was an honor today. We had some exciting stuff for a small little fledgling news outlet.
We did.
Sarah interviewed a
sitting congressman. A sitting congressman.
Well, he was standing at the time.
He was actually standing when I interviewed him. But I talked to Congressman Dan Lundgren. He was up here to help present the check to the CHIPS program. It was a USDA grant for over $96,000 to help the CHIPS program, which is a program up here in the West Point area. Supervisor Steve Walensky has been an advocate and a get down in the dirt worker for this program for quite a while now, and the money is slowly starting to come in, and it's essentially to help bring back economic viability to the area.
Now, I guess as a backgrounder on this, and I didn't realize this until we were talking, I guess Railroad Flat and West Point area used to have the highest per capita income in the entire county.
In the county.
And then all the mills left,
15 or 17 mills. 17 mills actually closed down within 15 years.
Yeah, within the region
in that
there.
particular area, so that took away a lot of the economic viability.
Yeah.
And jobs for the locals.
Yeah. And I think this is supposed to help bring some of that back.
Yes,
not only does it have some forest products type of thing, which names chips, but there's also training for even like truck driving, all kinds of stuff.
Administrative, grant writing. It's not just sort of CHIPS program, sort of, what am I trying to say?
It encompasses
more than just transferring sort of forest products into energy and more effective products to use.
It is a blatant tease for watching her interview. He also talks a little bit on the immigration bill and things like that.
He did. He talked about the immigration bill.
Now, you didn't ask me about Hetch Hetchy.
No, I didn't. I thought about it. I talked to his communications director about it, but
discretion is it.
Discretion was
okay.
Okay. We really don't want to stop the water to San Francisco, do we?
No.
That should be a question on the site.
Yeah. Well, it's a done deal now. It's not going to happen,
right?
No,
it won't happen. Yeah. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Well, I guess the interesting thing I guess we might as well say it now.
What's that?
Is Congressman Lundgren and his wife part of their dating or their
romantic path
was in Yosemite?
Yes.
So they were looking at, if they could possibly improve Yosemite and have 2 Yosemite valleys, then why not?
Exactly.
And I was actually kind of surprised to support, because you would think that, typically a Republican congressman, this isn't something
they would going to.
Yeah, but but he had this personal connection to Yosemite, and so that was kind of fun.
Wanted to restore it to its natural state, so that was kind of a fun little aside. But definitely watch the interview, because we do talk about immigration, and also the fact that he co-authored a sort of a budget-related bill last year with 2 very unlikely.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And you have to watch it to find out who they are.
The political bedfellows on this bill
were really strange.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. You wouldn't think
normally. You would never think. Exactly. Exactly.
Now, I guess it was actually an honor. I mean, he takes seriously visiting his district.
Absolutely.
And that's probably about as. This is the recesses of the district.
Exactly.
It's the corners.
We're actually very blessed with our representatives on the federal level and the state level, because Congressman Lundgren comes out very frequently during the session hiatus, and also Senator Cox is coming out at the end of July. Assemblyman Berryhill was just here a couple weeks ago. And we are very, very blessed that they come out and pay attention.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
And for rural county, it's difficult.
It was very nice
to get that sort of exposure and caring. So.
The coverage that you should be able to find on the site later, we have the program where they talked about the CHIPS program and the actual presentation of the check and that type of stuff, and then also separately will be interviews. So it's an honor. It truly is an honor for us to have that interview, and hope you watch Sarah and Congressman Lundgren. I think it'll be a very nice piece. See, he didn't want to talk to me. He wanted to talk to Sarah. And can you blame him? It's just...
We're not going there.
Okay,
We're not talking about that. Exactly. And since we don't have our little weather...
We can say this.
Yes,
it's going starting tomorrow, you're going to melt.
Yes.
It's going to be hot. In the recesses of the county, that in the the Copper Office and the Valley Springs, easily triple digits.
Yes.
It will still be in the mid-80s, I believe, up around the Bear Valley level, and in the mid-90s down at the Arnold level. So it's going to be warm.
It'll be very warm. And we'll come back. This is a little bit of a shorter show tonight.
Yeah.
We'll have our full-length show tomorrow night, and we'll let you know about sort of happenings on the actual July 4th.
Yes.
And tune in then, and we look forward to seeing you.
And look at the site, because as we get the rest of the stuff posted, we shall have all the Ironstone coverage.
Yes.
We'll have the Fireman's Barbecue coverage, and also more softball footage, and
all sorts of good stuff.
oh, and the Chapel in the Pines thing. This is fascinating because they had the space heaters playing, they had barbecue, it was just quite. And I guess there was between 12 and 1,500 people there.
There were a lot.
I mean, a lot.
In that little parking lot up there in Arnold.
Yeah.
There were quite a few. It was packed. It was packed to capacity, that's for sure.
We thank you, and it's an honor to have you stop by, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night.
Good night.